Are you planning to just stream Hogwarts Legacy? If you're thinking it might be a good idea to bring in more viewers, then don't. It's a bad idea. And why is that?
I'm ready.
Well,
Crucio!
the time is nearly upon us. Let's just hope it doesn't get pushed back again.
Wait, I did my waiting!
Figuratively and literally, this game is going to be huge. And yes, that's kind of part of the problem. Did it occur to you that when it hits, everyone and their grandma is going to be on that content steam train heading straight for the castle?
I'm headed straight for the castle.
There will be a tidal wave of wizarding content. It will smack us all in the face, it will be everywhere, and you won't be able to escape it. But Norn, maybe I just want to have a chill time because I just really want to play it and happen to stream as well. Yes, I mean, if it's purely that simple for you and it's just about playing, then that's absolutely fine, of course. And you'll probably still get people, especially if you've already got a built-in community, then they'll be there to see you enjoy it. However, if you want to stand out from the crowd, you gotta rethink. Now, I could suggest that you do Easter egg and tip videos. Admittedly, they're gonna really take off, but they take a heck of a lot of work, time, and dedication to put together. There will be people who jump on these very quickly and more likely already have a plan ahead of release. Some way in advance and some because that's what they do, that's what their channel's about. So it will be very quickly and thoroughly covered. More than likely there'll be a flood of shorts too. There'll even be creators who aren't even interested in the Hogwarts world that will join the wagon because, well, why not? Now there's nothing wrong with any of this. Am I saying that general streams won't be fun? No. Am I saying that you won't be able to find another hidden thing or have your own tips or ideas? No. What I'm saying is the majority will hop on that train and take a similar seat, or be the one that chooses the carriage with a mysterious cloaked sleepy man who's actually a werewolf in it. or the Dementor. So what else can you do if you want to be a little different, be a little more interesting, be a little Lestrange? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Quite literally though, you could dress up as a Lestrange or any character you fancy. Pick a theme, plan it like an event. And I'm sure some will, and they'll go all out, and that is what I'm looking forward to. If I did cam streams, I'd be grabbing that bald cap and streaming as Voldemort, have his laugh go off every time someone follows or something. And there's so much there to work with, so many characters, so many things you could do creatively. Make roleplay stories out of it, or atmospheric videos. Mod it so you can do Hogwarts hide and seek with friends. And it doesn't have to be costly or extreme, it just needs a little bit of flavour to it. Something to set it apart from the rest. These will be the types of content that will get you noticed, if that's what you're after. That's not the only thing though. Another important reason I implore this route, as opposed to just streaming, is the timing. Recently, we've been shown new gameplay that also appears to have a certain amount of horror to it. And if you know me, I love a darker theme. I was originally and still am slightly worried about the story of Hogwarts Legacy, but with each trailer they've managed to convince me further that the game will really be something to behold. Now I have a new fear. Maybe fear is too strong a word, it's not as bad as Ron's fear of spiders. We've mentioned just how big this game's going to be, and we've said how people will be all over it. So if we get an influx of gameplay tips, Easter eggs, memes, and whatever else almost immediately happens upon release, what happens next? Do we as a viewer see so much of it in a short span of time that we become sick of it? And I'm not talking like days, this will probably go on for like a couple of months maybe, at least because of the size of the game. Do we see practically all that we can from creators, that there's not much left to uncover? Does it affect those who want to wait till it's cheaper? Or even deter people from wanting to play it? Could a rush of info and content overload lead to an almighty drop-off at some point? Could it just die out?
Poof. Poof.
Well, not completely, people will still play it, but I get the sense that it will blow up like Aunt Marge and then somewhat disappear slowly into the distance. This brings me back round to streaming and the timing. If you do a casual stream with the hope to gain or grow on a platform or bring in new watchers, there's going to be a difference in doing it whilst it's hot and once the hype has cooled off. Whereas if you go with curated content like mentioned before, I think it can still work well even after because it offers more for the viewer. So with all this in mind, I personally think that the better option is to not just stream Hogwarts Legacy. Again, of course, all this comes down to what you personally want from the gameplay. So what's your plan for release? You gonna make videos? Stream, make shorts, watch others play, or not do any of those and just enjoy it like a regular human being. Send your thoughts via Flu Powder down to the comments section.
Diagonally.
And as the old saying goes,
Avada Kedavra.